Hey guys, so Call of Duty just recently released the first actual trailer of the new Fortune Keeps map a few hours ago. And for the first time ever, I kind of just want to react to it and give my opinions on the trailer itself. Right off the bat, before I even actually start playing this video, I can already tell that the map's going to be like incredibly colorful. I'm pretty happy that there's like kind of like water areas in the map as well, even though you can't really slide in them. I'm happy that there are parts of the map that have water in it. One of my biggest concerns just looking at this alone already is the windows. There are a lot of windows, but as you can see, a lot of them also aren't ones that are openable. So that's a kind of a good sign, I guess. As the trailer does pan out, you can see a little bit more of the map, and just from this image alone, you can clearly see that it is a ton bigger than the actual Rebirth Island map, which I'm kind of concerned about. I'm really hoping that they up the player count from like 40 to like maybe 60, maybe even 80, honestly. Obviously, there are vehicles that are going to be in the game. This is part of the building in one of the areas. I really like the theme that they're going with. It kind of reminds me of like Blackops 4 or like Pirates of the Caribbean almost. Like the theme is like very old school and I really like it. I also like how it's kind of telling us what are in each of the buildings that they're showcasing. 20 cannons, 10 staircases, 1 fountain, and 12 rooms. This is one big building that has 12 rooms. That's another thing that I'm kind of worried about. It seems like a lot of the parts of the map are very big buildings. So there might be a lot of like areas and corridors where you're gonna have to like check your corners like every time you walk into the building, because I feel like it's gonna be a little campy in some of these buildings. And it's showing us the winery, which has the bell tower, which I'm sure there's a way to get to the top of it. Maybe there's gonna be a sniper spawn up there, who knows. Then in the basement of the winery itself, it looks pretty cool down here. It reminds me of the basement that's in bioweapons. And I don't really have much else to really say about this. It's probably going to be a prime rat spot, you know? A lot of people are probably going to camp down there and hide in the corners. I just had to pause the video right here, and it does kind of look like there's going to be some type of like tunnel system. Maybe there's going to be a way to get from like one POI to another POI without actually having to walk in the open outside. This honestly, so far, I haven't seen the entire trailer yet. This is actually my first time watching it, and this honestly looks like one of my favorite spots of the entire map. I just really like the colors and like the elevation of the buildings. Then it looks like we have the clock tower building, which looks like a giant library, very open area, very open interior. So I'm not sure if it's going to be too big of a deal with the campers that are in there. Smuggler's Cove, going back to one of the areas with the water, I really do like that they added the water, similar to Caldera. I'm not a big fan that you can't really slide through the water, but I just think it adds a little bit more life to the map, and I think it's going to be a very like fun thing to like explore, especially on day one. Then I believe what we are looking at right now is like kind of like under Smuggler's Cove, which looks like another like cave system. Maybe the cave system that we saw earlier in the trailer kind of links to this one. But it looks like there's 8 ladders, 8 huts, 3 zip lines, and 11 boats. I'm not really sure why they had to add like the boat count. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. I don't really know. It's not like we can drive them or anything, right? And then there's one big overview of the entire map, and from this image you can definitely tell that it's a lot bigger than Rebirth Island. It's going to be very interesting for endgame, I feel like, especially in the area with like all the red roof buildings. There's going to be so many buildings with windows and roofs that you're going to have to check, because I can imagine, you know, knowing me, I'm going to find a way to get to the roof of all those buildings without a helicopter, you know what I mean? So like I just feel like the end games in this area with like the orange roof are going to be very, very interesting and very, very like high ground orientated. Not really a big fan of these 2 towers. There's one right here, and then there's a giant tower over here as well. There's basically 2 lighthouses if you think about it. And then I believe this is close to the end of the little short snippet that we got to see. I want to know your guys' opinions on the map after watching the trailer yourself or watching my like breakdown video of the trailer. I want to know your guys' opinions on the map, whether or not you think it's going to be good or not, whether or not you should think that there's more than 40 players in it. Let me know down in the comments below. I personally am very excited for the map. I have been playing Rebirth every single day for the past year and a half, so something new and something fresh is very exciting. I just really hope that the map plays well and that they add more players. Other than that, I think it looks great, but I do want to know your guys' opinions. And as always, thank you guys for watching the video.